Welcome back to Madrid Pulse, the source where we bring you calm, detailed, and balanced analysis of everything surrounding Real Madrid, on and off the pitch. In today's updates, we take a closer look at José Mourinho's latest comments following the stormy aftermath of the racism incident during the Benfica versus Real Madrid clash, and why his words have continued to fuel debate across the football world. The fallout from Benfica's midweek defeat to Real Madrid has been intense, but it was not only the football that dominated headlines. Instead, much of the attention shifted to the post-match comments made by José Mourinho, remarks that many observers felt failed to properly address the seriousness of the racism allegations involving Vinícius Júnior. The Brazilian winger was reportedly subjected to racist abuse during the match, with Gianluca Prestiani being named in the allegations, triggering UEFA's anti-racism protocol and sparking global condemnation. What angered many fans, pundits, and former players was not just what Mourinho said, but what he chose not to say. Instead of firmly condemning the alleged racist abuse, the former Real Madrid manager appeared to deflect attention toward Vinícius's goal celebration and the refereeing decisions, suggesting that these elements contributed to the tension of the match. For many, this comparison felt deeply inappropriate, as it seemed to equate a football celebration with an act of racism. Two things that are not remotely comparable in gravity or consequence. According to reports, Vinícius Júnior himself was left furious by how the situation was handled. The winger, who has repeatedly spoken out against racism in football and has become a powerful voice in the fight against discrimination, was said to feel let down by Mourinho's framing of events. Given Mourinho's stature and influence in the game, his comments carried significant weight, which only amplified the backlash. Speaking again to the media ahead of his team's upcoming league fixture against AVS Futebol SAD, Mourinho revisited the subject, this time focusing on the emotional toll the entire episode has taken on his squad. He admitted that the controversy surrounding the match has been difficult to process, particularly for his players, who have found themselves at the center of relentless media scrutiny. It has not been easy to emotionally manage everything that has happened and continues to happen, Mourinho said, clearly acknowledging that the situation has not faded away and is still very much alive in public discussion. He emphasized that the match itself has become almost secondary, overshadowed by the broader debate that followed. Reflecting on the game from a purely footballing perspective, Mourinho insisted that his team had competed at a very high level, at least for the first 50 minutes. He described the encounter as one of maximum intensity, both physically and tactically, requiring complete focus and discipline. According to him, up until that point, the contest was balanced and demanding, with his players executing the game plan as intended. However, Mourinho admitted that everything changed after that period. From minute 50 onwards, not only did the match begin to slip away in sporting terms, but the emotional and psychological strain of the controversy began to take hold. He acknowledged that managing this combination of on-field disappointment and off-field uproar has been extremely challenging. But I must also recognize that from minute 50 until now, and the conversation will not end, it has not been easy to emotionally manage everything that has happened and continues to happen, he said, reinforcing the idea that the issue has extended far beyond the final whistle. Mourinho also provided an update on midfielder Frederick Arsnes, whose availability for the upcoming return leg against Real Madrid remains in serious doubt. The 30-year-old has been struggling physically, and Mourinho admitted that the priority now is recovery rather than immediate involvement. I have no problem in saying in advance that Frederick Arsnes will have to rest so that we have some hope of him being able to play in Madrid, Mourinho explained. He confirmed that Arsnes will not feature in the next match and that adjustments will be made, even though the fixture ahead is difficult and victory is essential. As the dust continues to settle, the incident serves as yet another reminder of how sensitive and significant the issue of racism remains in football. While tactical debates and refereeing decisions will always be part of the game, moments like this underline the responsibility that managers, players, and institutions have in addressing discrimination clearly and decisively. For Real Madrid and Vinícius Júnior, the focus now shifts back to football. But the wider conversation sparked by this episode is far from over, and nor should it be. Just when it appeared that Real Madrid were beginning to see light at the end of the tunnel regarding their defensive injury problems, another setback has emerged to complicate matters further. The Madrid Giants are once again facing uncertainty at the back after a fresh fitness concern surfaced ahead of their upcoming league fixture. According to information shared by journalist Ruben Martin from AS, central defender Dean Huijsen was absent from full team training and is now expected to miss the clash against Osasuna. The match is scheduled to take place at El Sadar, a venue traditionally known for its intensity and demanding atmosphere. The 20-year-old center-back is reportedly struggling with a calf problem, an issue that has troubled him previously and now appears to have resurfaced at an inconvenient time. While the club has not yet confirmed the severity of the problem, early indications suggest that the medical staff are unwilling to take risks, especially with a packed fixture schedule ahead. As things stand, Huijsen is set to sit out the upcoming La Liga encounter. This development comes as an unwelcome blow for Álvaro Arbeloa, who had recently been edging closer to having a near full-strength squad available. After weeks of juggling makeshift defensive pairings due to injuries and suspensions, the coaching staff were hopeful of stabilizing the backline. Huijsen's absence, however, reopens questions about defensive depth and continuity. Signed in the summer for a reported €58 million from AFC Bournemouth, Huijsen has enjoyed a busy debut campaign in Madrid. Across all competitions, he has made 27 appearances, contributing not only defensively, but also adding 1 goal and 2 assists, underlining his comfort on the ball and threat from set pieces. His early performances were widely praised, with many pointing to his composure and maturity beyond his years. That said, the Spaniard's form has dipped slightly in recent weeks. While still reliable, he has not quite matched the sharpness and authority he displayed during his initial run of games, something that may be linked to recurring physical discomfort. This latest calf issue could offer an explanation for that decline, as well as an opportunity for him to reset once fully fit. Huijsen now joins an already concerning injury list that includes Jude Bellingham, Eder Militao, and Rodrigo Goes, with the latter still recovering from a minor hamstring problem. The accumulation of absentees continues to test squad depth during a crucial phase of the season. With Huijsen ruled out, Antonio Rudiger looks set to start his 3rd consecutive match since returning from injury. The experienced German has quickly reasserted his importance, bringing leadership and physical presence to the heart of defense. He is expected to be partnered by Raúl Asensio, who returns to the squad after serving a suspension that kept him out of the midweek clash against Benfica. As Real Madrid prepare for another demanding test, the focus will be on managing workloads carefully and navigating yet another defensive reshuffle, hoping that Huijsen's setback proves to be short-lived rather than another long-term concern.